this week on the Bubble Chat.
Think that black women do not get the proper
Yeah,
uh,
right. Yes, yes.
from having babies to all of this. Like we just don't get what we need from those people.
Like, as long as they're happy with each other, and then that's all that matters. Because real talk, when two celebrities get together, the public loves to project all these expectations onto them.
Yeah, McDonald. Lil Pump found her nigga in the Applebee's with McDonald back in the day, and she ain't over it.
Oh my God.
I said what I said. That bitch had me fucked up and fuck her.
Now I want to know what the mama it was fighting for. Put out house and everything, but that's not.
By the way, this is ginger tea.
You know what? See, but we want COVID for mama and them tea. We want that tea. We want the rich tea.
That back in the day, they used to do some shit together, and Diddy took it too far. And Jamie said, "You's a nasty motherfucker."
Yeah.
I understand why they haven't spoken in all these years. Frank and fallouts, especially in the industry, can be layered, but there's like history. Adonis, I cannot stand you.
I'm listening. I'm interested. What the bitch say? What the bitch say? How they ain't been cool? What happened?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bubble Chat, your go-to podcast for all things pop culture, daily drama, and the tea
Hello there.
you didn't know you need. I'm your host, Jawan, and whether you're tuning in while you get ready for work or clean your room or wind down after a long day of work, I'm so glad you're here. This is the place where we keep it real, keep it tight, keep it light, and keep it moving.
All right. Now, if you're new to Bubble Chat, let me break it down for you. We talk about everything from the latest celeb headlines to wild internet moments. Plus, we throw in a little personal storytelling and good vibes along the way. You might laugh, you might gasp, and sometimes you might, say, oh, no, they didn't. But trust me, we're just getting started.
And this season, we've got some new surprises coming your way, too. We got special guests, live Q&As, and even some exclusive segments that I know y'all gonna love. So if you are not already subscribed, what are you doing? Hit the follow button so you never miss an episode. I'm talking to my morning multitaskers, my commute crew, and my night owls. You don't want to miss this party.
Also, we want to hear from you. Yes, you listening right now. If there's a topic you want to cover, a trend you're confused about, or a story you're dying to share, slide into our DMs or leave us a voice note. The show isn't just me talking into a mic. It's a conversation and you're a part of it.
All right, now enough of this intro. Let's get into the show. Grab your snack, sip your drink, buckle up and get time, and let's get ready for this hot, steamy tea. And as the late Wendy, she ain't there, but as the great Wendy Williams.
Right, the great, not the late.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Alrighty, everyone. So, by now, I'm sure most of you have heard the heartbreaking case of Adrianna Smith, the 30-year-old woman who was declared brain dead but kept on life support because she was pregnant. Adrianna suffered a catastrophic medical event back in March and was declared brain dead. Normally, that's where the case decisions would shift to the family. But because Adrianna was 20 weeks pregnant, Georgia's abortion law, which defines personhood starting at around 6 weeks, meant doctors legally couldn't remove her from life support. Georgia Democratic lawmakers are now pushing for clarity in that law, and they want to make sure we never put families through this kind of nightmare again. Experts and advocates are saying Georgia isn't the only state where this kind of legal confusion could happen. Other states with similar abortion laws might face the same kind of horrifying limbo when a pregnant person is declared brain dead. I want to bring this to the table now. What does bodily autonomy look like when the law starts defining personhood before viability? And how do we, as a country, make space for medical nuance while respecting human grief and choices? I'm turning into my co-host. What's your take on this?
Ladies first.
Well, I'm pro-choice, so I believe the government needs to mind their business and get out that lady business and out that family business. It's not fair to put. We don't know the mindset of her family, if they are grieving, if they want to just be over it, if they even want to take care of a baby, if anybody is even in position to take care of a baby. That baby is gonna have its own issues. Like it's so much that go into that. And I don't think it's nobody's choice but the families what they should have did. It's not right.
Yeah, I've been following this case closely, and I just gotta say, what I found absolutely disgusting was what I came across in one of the TikTok videos breaking it down. Um, According to that video, Adrian's concerns were constantly swept under the rug. She was misdiagnosed, and the most disturbing part, they weren't even running any tests, just guessing. And on top of that, it sounds like she was being given medication without her boyfriend being informed and possibly without her full understanding either. Like, how the fuck do you just hand someone medication without fully explaining what it is or getting the proper consent? That's terrifying. And then we get to the day where she was gasping for air, gargling, which was likely blood. And finally, they run a CT scan and it shows blood clots in her brain. She was brain dead at that point. That could have been prevented. That should have been
Oh,
caught
that could have
way
been.
earlier. And look, I'm not a doctor and I don't need to be, but I do know that if a patient is repeatedly coming in saying something's not right and they're in visible pain, the very least you can do is, as a medical professional, is run some goddamn tests. Actually, do your research and be honest about what you do and don't know. Now, I'm not going to put the blame on Adriana, not at all, but I will say this: if I was in her shoes, knowing what I know now, I would have pushed for a second opinion because just migraines doesn't cover the level of pain and those kinds of symptoms. We deserve better care than that, and she deserves better.
Yeah,
It's definitely in the history of this country that black women do not get the proper
yeah,
uh,
right. Yes, yes.
from having babies to all of this. Like we just don't get what we need from those people.
It's kind of sad, but I mean, I'm gonna look at the silver lining in it. I mean, so they talk about the birth, the mortality rate of Black women, and so they say that normally or sometimes in the cases of giving birth that we lose the mother. And this isn't that situation. It's totally in reverse. We kind of were preserving the mother to kind of save the baby. But the only reason we're preserving the mother and to save the baby is because of the law has been put in, which is backing up by Michelle, stay your ass up on my coochie in between my legs. And so, and then, we can go back and forth and agree to disagree on, if the family is ready to take the baby, this, then, a third. I'm just looking at it instead of at least 2 lives being gone, it's just one. Then that's the only thing I can really think about. I mean, because we got the baby, and it's just like in soul food. Grandma had a dream about fish. Oh, but before the fish come, girl, we got to take out another one. So,
right. I feel like that.
Simple.
I feel like that and you feel like that, but for that girl mama, that might be too painful to raise that baby.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so deep, but it's just like, that's like the only, that's
don't even know. Do they know if she was going to keep the damn baby?
Yikes.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's so much that is not their business.
My watermelon mask. I'm going to eat my water.
And I'm going to raise my pinky.
Can I ask you a question? Girl, are you drinking a can of Lysol?
I am drinking a can of Bitch Be Gone. For any bitch that want to try me, don't. Eliminate hoes, bots, boppers, scrippers, all that. And I keep it classy with my pinky because I'm classy. He got the tea. I got
That's not nice.
my cup.
What's next on the docket?
Next up is Miss Victoria Monet. Recently, singer Victoria Monet opened up about her budding romance with British rapper Stormzy, doing an appearance on the Baby on Baby This Is Keke Palmer podcast. Monet, who was 36, was seen publicly with Stormzy, who was 31, in October 2024, shortly after announcing her separation from longtime partner John Gaines. With her separation with whom she shares a 3-year-old daughter named Hazel. My bad, y'all. In the podcast, Monet described Stormzy as a really special guy and expressed her admiration and respect for him, indicating that she has grown through the relationship. Their connection emerged just a few months after Stormzy ended a relationship with TV host Maya Jama. Monet and Gaines declared their split on social media in September 2024. Though they revealed they had actually separated 10 months earlier. Monet also discussed their cooperative co-parenting arrangement, highlighting the mutual respect and effective communication that helped them prioritize Hazel's well-being. Now, here's the question for my co-host. What do you think about Victoria Monet and Stormzy's relationship, and do you believe in love after a public breakup?
Nephew?
I just feel like, as long as they're happy with each other, then that's all that matters. Because real talk, when two celebrities get together, the public loves to project all these expectations onto them. Some folks root for them like it's a show, others tear it down, like before it even has a chance. But at the end of the day, they're human. They're grown adults trying to find love in the industry, and that's constantly watching and judging. And yeah, celebrity relationship can go either way. Some last, some don't. Sometimes it's a mutual, peaceful breakup. Sometimes it's messy and loud, and other times it ends because one or both of them are dealing with stuff like insecurity, control, or even toxic behavior. That's real, but every situation is different. So for me, I'm not reading too much into it. I just hope and pray to God that they're bringing out the best in each other, whether it lasts or not. If it's genuine and respectful, then it's worth celebrating. Period.
I think that public or not, a breakup is a breakup, and hell yeah, I could find somebody else. What you mean? I don't know. Once again, mind your business. I don't see why celebrities have to or feel the need to let us like take a page out of Beyonce book. We will never know what happened in that elevator, baby. Like ever.
Like Solange,
and that's
Solange JD.
Yeah, like why? I don't understand why them people why they are humans too. And I don't feel like putting them in a public eye like that. Like Chris Brown still feeling it from that shit from Rihanna. He's still losing endorsements, still losing money, still got people looking at him some type of way when that could have just been handled privately. They had a fight. Like Chris and Riri from around the corner would have still been together today if they wasn't Chris Brown and Rihanna. Like it blew it out of proportion for no reason.
That's true. Now I feel like shit. Do you believe in love after love? Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And in Hollywood, all these whores, Kim Kardashian, Chris Brown, Rihanna, Leonardo DiCaprio, Eddie Murphy,
not a whore.
They be dating. She went through Drake and Chrissy Chris, so she sat up and laid up with A$AP Rocky, and I just wonder, did 2 Chainz record in I love bad bitches in my fucking problem because they all was on the damn song together. He's a whore. That's the biggest whore in the world to me. Baby, that's the biggest whore on the track. Trina's a whore. Puff Daddy's a whore. They all believe in love after love. Look at Gary.
Do not put Puff Daddy in the category with none of the people that I love. That man is a monster.
Yeah, look, Young Miami is a whore.
He's beyond a whore.
Future is a whore. Bow Wow is a whore. Little flea bit little nigga. Ray J is a whore.
And they can be whores. Leave them alone. Let
Because
them
they
people
believe in love after love. They broke up with somebody and got right with that next bitch real quick. Lori Harvey is a whore.
Ooh,
Michael B.
Lord.
Jordan, he's a whore. We don't know who
She
he
believe
whore.
in love after love after love after love after
The love after plug. I believe in plug after plug. Yeah.
Lori Harvey.
Half the niggas I just said. She dated Future, Michael B, and then she slid up under Chris armpit for about 20 minutes.
You know who else too? And she know how to pick a Bow Wow baby mama.
Look.
Joey Clark. What's her name?
See?
She got a rapper, a football player, and a basketball player, I think.
Lozada, who's a whore, everything. Look. Yeah, so we believe in love after love. Even if you be in Hollywood. You ain't got to be in Hollywood, you be in Hollywood with it. Okay? Keep searching. Now.
You find it.
This is a special kind of dirt because we don't talk about theater often, but Broadway legend Patti LuPone issued a public apology following backlash over comments she made about fellow Broadway arts stars Audra McDonald and Keisha Lewis. In a New Yorker interview, LuPone referred to Lewis as a bitch and questioned her status as a theater veteran. She also dismissed McDonald as not a friend, which surprised many, including McDonald herself, who stated she hadn't seen LuPone in over a decade. These comments led to an open letter signed by over 500 members of the Broadway community condemning LuPone's statement and degrading and racially insensitive. The letter urges organizations like the American Theater Wing and the Broadway League to consider disinviting LuPone to the upcoming Tony Awards. You done fucked up the thing, girl. In response, LuPone took to Instagram to express her deep regret for her remarks, admitting that they were demeaning and disrespectful, but you meant it, bitch, because you said it. She affirmed that her commitment to make amends and uphold the spirit of community theater. Now, I want to open up the flow because we're going to mop it up. How do we navigate accountability and forgiveness in the arts community? Didn't Chris Brown apologize and he begged for Carucci in the end? He didn't win.
I think.
Didn't Puff Daddy do an apology? I don't think he's going to win. But we talking about LuPone. But go ahead.
I think LuPone ain't sorry about shit. I think. What's her name? The lady, what's her name? McDonald. McDonald was fucking with her nigga 10 years ago. Yeah, McDonald. LuPone found her nigga in the Applebee's with McDonald back in the day, and she ain't over it.
Oh my God.
I said what I said. That bitch had me fucked up and fuck her. That don't mean that she wasn't going to the Tony
She said, I get in this. That's what I get in this.
She was not going to that award show anyway. She don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the subject of chastisement, that black lady Cynthia Rivera,
Miss
Rebo had made a very, very disparaging comment against American actors and American art. Before she
from the Ariana Grande movie.
But way before she did this shit with Ariana Grande, they brought her ass over here and then they duped that bitch and then give her not one award. So DuPont, if if they let you have a ticket to the awards, please don't expect an award when you get there, honey. And I never heard your name until today, and I could have called you Greg Poupon if it meant anything.
The fact that you get so much fun saying that lady name is hilarious.
Lupin?
So I've seen the headlines, read the quotes, and honestly, I understand why they haven't spoken in all these years. You know, friendship fallouts, especially in the industry, can be layered, but there's like history. Adonis, I cannot stand you.
I'm listening. I'm interested. What the bitch say? What the bitch say? How they ain't been cool? What happened?
Okay. There's history. There's hurt feelings. And sometimes these are just choices made that can't be undone. And when Patti admitted that they haven't spoken in years, that she didn't apologize to Audra or Keisha, look, I didn't take it lightly, but at the same time, I don't know all the details. None of us really do, and it's not in my control or any of ours for that matter, whether they chose to reconnect or just let that friendship stay severed. And that's their journey. If they decide to talk it out one day, beautiful. If they don't, that's valid too. Not every bond gets a reunion, and honestly, sometimes faith is the healthy division. And I just hope that they're both at peace with where they are now. That's really all I can say. It's human to outgrow people, and it's human to miss them too. Both things can be true.
All I want to know is who jumped, who kicked who on the red carpet.
Lil Bump sound like she got a little Lil Bump. She got the
Yeah, for real, I get that.
She like boom boom, Lil Bump, boom boom.
If Keisha gonna say, bitch, I get in this.
She gonna bump on for
Okay, bitch, mommy, I get in this. Oh my God.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, rumors started swirling online, suggesting that she was pregnant with her fifth child. The speculation gained traction on social media platforms, with some even claiming she was dating a 27-year-old NBA player. But Vanessa wasn't having any of it, honey. She took to Instagram stories to address rumors in the most iconic way possible. She posted a meme featuring Rihanna lounging in water, holding a drink and flipping off the camera. The caption read, "Me protecting my peace. Not pregnant and having fun all summer." Talk about shutting down gossip. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little tipsy. Talk about shutting down gossip with style. She followed it up with another Rihanna meme stating, "I'm not mean, I'm just not the one." Clearly, Vanessa is unbothered and living her best life. It's worth noting that Vanessa has been through a lot over the past few years. She focused on raising her 3 daughters and honoring Kobe and Gianna's legacy through the Mamba and Mamacita Sports Foundation after the loss of both of them in the helicopter crash. She kept her personal life private, as she should, and there's been no credible evidence to support the recent rumors. Now I want to open up the floor to my co-hosts. What do y'all feel about Vanessa's response to the rumors? And do you think celebrities should to address such gossip, or is it better to ignore it?
How you feel, nephew?
I think it's, excuse me.
You better not cry.
I think it's completely unprofessional and honestly flat out disrespectful for someone to start that kind of story, all for likes, clicks, clout, and a little attention, especially when it's not rooted in fact or shared consent. Vanessa, like you said, Michelle, Vanessa has been through so much. I've been following her journey for a while now, not just as the widow of Kobe Bryant, but as the mother who lost her child as well, and as a woman who had a very public fallout with her own mom, and as someone who had to go through the trauma of taking the LAPD to court after allegations that officers shared photos from the crash site that took her family. And she's carried the pain
What
that
happened with
most
her
of us couldn't even begin to imagine. I don't really know for sure. All I know is that there was conflict between both of them, and that's what.
Ooh,
And
you be
she
the
kicked her
hottest
mother
tea.
out of her house. Like I said, I don't know the details of it, but all I know is that there was conflict and she just couldn't take it anymore. But to see people casually throw her name into gossip columns or try to create a viral post speculating about something as personal as pregnancy without any confirmation, without her consent, that's not journalism, nor is it even entertainment. That's exploitation. She deserves peace. She deserves to share her truth on her terms. And if she chose it, it's not our place to fill in the blank with clickbait or to use someone else's grief for engagement.
Nephew, you be spilling hot ass tea and can't never tell us the flavor of the tea bag. Now I want to know what the mama it was fighting for. You know, put out house and everything, but you know that's not.
By the way, just ginger tea.
You know what? See, but we want to go with mama and them tea. We want that tea. We want the rich tea. You don't know what type of tea that is. But it's hot. Go ahead, Nichelle. I'm sorry.
Nah, I think like how long is she supposed to be Kobe Bryant's wife?
When he did now. When he
that's
gone.
what I'm saying. It sound real fucked up, but he not here no more, baby. If she want a 27-year-old basketball player, kudos to her. If she want to have another baby, kudos to her. Like, why is that a problem? Why is it a problem for her to be happy again?
You know what I was just thinking?
What?
Did Betty Shabazz or the late Dr. Martin Luther King, did they get their back blown out later by our brother?
I ain't never known Coretta to be with nobody else, but that don't mean that she
that could be a bald-faced lie.
I'm just saying, I don't know that she don't mean that she wasn't.
A driver. I don't know. This is what I gotta say. If she is, and so what? But I think her womb too old to be trying to throw out some life. She got too much money to be trying to be tied down by a baby or a 27-year-old nigga. But if she was and is, what we gonna do about it?
So what?
What we gonna do about it?
So what?
What we gonna do about it? I'm just saying, look.
I'm gonna clap for her. That's what I'm gonna do. Congratulations.
Can you spray a bitch with the bitch spray Nichelle one time? Hit a bitch one time. Pinkies up.
Keep it classy.
Okay. In a pool like Rihanna with some
bitch gone.
Oh.
I'm just saying, do you know, like, for real, you know how hard it is for somebody to be happy again after some shit like that? Like, if that's what she found, let her hold on to that. Stop. You just let her hold on to that. That's how I feel.
Well, tell me how you feel about this. Because we're going to be talking about Jamie Foxx and his recent comedy show at the Comedy Store in West Hollywood. Fox is in the hole back when he was addressing an federal sex trafficking and racketeering trial involving Sean Diddy Combs. He referred to Diddy as a nasty motherfucker, expressing disappointment over the allegations, especially considering Diddy's influence in the Black community. Fox brought up disturbing claims from the trial, including an allegation by Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, about a male escort urinating in her mouth. Ammonia backwards. Even when his daughter, Corinne Fox, who was moderating for the event, tried to steer him away from explicit content, Jamie continued to critique references Diddy's famous catchphrases in a new critical light. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to the charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, by force, fraud, and coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted, he faces a possible life sentence. Now, I want to open up the floor. We're going to sweep this shit up. We're going to take our time. We're not going to mop this one up. We're going to sweep it every corner. How do you feel about Jamie Foxx using his platform to address such serious allegations? And is comedy an appropriate avenue for this kind of commentary? Let's dive into it and discuss.
This was like, never from a friendship that's clearly not toxic, and now it's all in the open. It's wild how we're starting to see these relationships between celebs, once super tight and full of praise, unravel in front of us. And sometimes it makes you wonder, was it always like that behind the scenes? Or did something just shift over time that brought all this tension to the surface? With Jamie, the jokes weren't just surface level shade. You could tell that there was some history behind them. And it didn't feel random. It felt personal. And honestly, I think a lot of people can relate to that moment where someone you used to roll with ends up becoming the person you need to distance yourself from, especially when they start doing things that no longer align with who you are. It's just unfortunate that sometimes some of these types of friendships only come to light when the damage is already done. And even worse, it usually happens when the truth has to fight its way through the public scandal. That's how I feel.
Michelle?
I think that Jamie Foxx funny as hell. I think that back in the day they used to do some shit together, and Diddy took it too far. And Jamie said, "You's a nasty motherfucker."
Dirty motherfucker, yes. But you got the curse like you
Yeah. So is it wrong for him to share his experience, thoughts, and opinions? Fuck no. It's not my fault I'm popular and everybody gonna listen to me. That's a nasty nigga. The whole world know at this point it ain't no secret. Hell yeah, I'm gonna laugh about it because
Are you say,
that's all I'm saying. He had Cassie in there saying,
Is that what he meant when he said we don't buy no champagne when we down at the bar?
I'm just saying, bro. Jamie Foxx on that all.
And then he came back and did bottoms up with Nikki. He said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm really such a lady. Oh Lord Jesus. Andy, what we talking about? Okay, look. Yeah, spray me down, bitch. I ain't right.
Head to toe.
What were we talking about? Oh my God.
Jamie Foxx with P. Diddy.
Woo! Okay, because we laughing. And we need laughter because laughter is healing. So even if you've been hurt, been through something traumatic, you're going to need the healing. And a part of healing, the definition of healing is laughter. You can be able to laugh at it. Not laugh at the circumstances, but you can just laugh at it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, it is just like the Bible says, you have tears of joy to mourning and you have tears of mourning to joy. It's the same thing. You have to go through a stint of hurt to be able to laugh. And you laugh because you got through it, you got past the hurt. So, we're gonna keep our prayers out and up for everyone involved in this whole Diddy thing. But back to Jamie, Mr. Jamie, I remember you for real, Busta Rhymes and Puff Daddy looking like the male motherfucking in Vogue, shaking y'all ass and booties to the left, talking about Busta.
With the white robes on, and everybody gotta wear all white to the booty party.
Got that Ciroc with the pink cocaine in it, and you're gonna start off tingling and feeling and sensations. And Jamie said, "I don't want it, and I don't want it. You dirty motherfucker." See, Jamie Foxx is Beverly Johnson. Remember when Bill Cosby tried to take down Beverly Johnson and she fought him off? She said, "Fuck you, you dirty motherfucker." And Jamie did the same thing. So, just like Elon Musk and Donald Trump just broke up, Jamie and Puff Daddy been broke up.
They broke up. And now he like, "Yeah, bitch, you getting everything you deserve."
And Diddy said, "I want it back."
Talking about laughter, Diddy can't do nothing but sit and sell like, and this shit crazy.
Diddy just do the remake.
He in there laughing to himself like, "I had a hell of a run."
Your mind when I was gone.
You're dumb.
What's next on the docket?
All right, let's see what's next on the docket. Let's keep it up with the Pride Month celebration. Let's keep it going strong. Now if you've been on TikTok at Pride Fest or just vibing with some fresh alternate pop lately, you probably heard her because we're spotlighting an artist who you probably heard on the unapologetically queer, bold and electric Chappelle Roan.
The talented feminine phenomenon, Chappelle Roan, has been taking a space in the best way. Her live shows, full on drag, full on glitter, full on gay joy. Like think Lady Gaga meets your coolest queer cousin who just threw the best house party of the fucking summer. She's got this theatrical style that doesn't just flirt with camp and lives in it. Songs like Red Wine Supernova, Casual, Hot to Go, Feminine Phenomenon aren't just fingers, they tell real stories. And she's not afraid to talk about messy, emotional, queer love that matters. That representation matters. Chappell's not just here to ride the pride wave, she's for the community. She shows up, she speaks out, and she's using her platform to uplift other queer artists, especially trans performers and drag queens who often get overlooked. She even dedicated her tour to local drag talent in each city that's love and that's activism in stilettos. Welcome back, everybody. We're diving into one of my favorite parts of the show. It's time for Beyond the Blog. This is where we take a step past the headlines and social media, our takes to really talk about what's going on underneath it all, specifically before the bubble chat existed. Whether it's a trending topic, a cultural shift, or something we've all just been thinking about but haven't said out loud, this is where we unpack. And today, whew, we've got something good. It's one of those combos where you might find yourself nodding along, maybe even giggling a little. But either way, it's gonna get you thinking. That's the whole point. So, co-host, you ready to get real, even in the past? Let's go beyond the blog and tap into what really matters.
So today we're revisiting the moment in hip hop that still people gets talking. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and the motorsport mess. So let's rewind for a sec. Back in 2017, Motorsport dropped as a collab between the Migos, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B. It was hyped up as a major power move for women in rap, but behind the scenes, there was some messy shit. So Nicki's original verse, allegedly her shouting out Cardi B directly. Something along the lines of, if Cardi B, the QB, and I'm Nicki Lombardi. Y'all like that bar? Now, of course, we can't play the song. That's why I had to rap. Because y'all know these record labels don't play that shit when it comes to copyright. But if you're curious to know, we will drop the link below, and with the timestamps, you can check out the comparison between the original and the updated version yourself. Now, it was seen as a playful nod, maybe even as a cosign, but by the time the song officially dropped, the line had been changed and replaced Cardi's name with Quavo's, and a lot of folks noticed. Then Cardi went public saying that she didn't know Nicki's verse would be changed and implied Nicki didn't show her support from the beginning. Now, here's where it gets real. Nicki later said that Cardi comments did hurt her. She felt like she was being painted as the villain when from her perspective, she was actually trying to be supportive, only to get shunned in return. That's some bullshit, Nicki. And honestly, that speaks to bigger, especially as women in the industry, the media, and even fans are quick to pit them against each other instead of letting them coexist and collaborate. So my question for all of this, when it comes to women in hip hop, why do we keep ending up in these who's against who narratives? Is it just marketing, or is there something deeper going on? Unpack it. How do you guys feel about that?
Honestly, I really think that the whole reverse situation is what sparked the actual feud between the two parties. To me, like that was a turning point. There was already tension bubbling under the surface, but this made it boil over. Miscommunication, campaign changes, public comment, it all added up to, and just blew the door wide open. I mean, think about it. If you're Nikki and you feel like you're being mispresented or thrown under the bus after trying to be playful or show some love, yeah, that's gonna suck to sting. And if you're Cardi and you're told that one thing but something completely different happens on the final track, that's gonna feel shady. So no, I wouldn't be surprised, and honestly, I'm not even surprised if this ends up being their only collaboration, like ever. If
Yeah, that's never gonna happen again.
potential it had the potential to be a defining moment of women in rap. And instead, it became this messy, complicated memory tied to ego, ending, and media spin. It's sad because the culture wanted to see them win together. But the industry has a way of pushing people apart, especially two women at the top.
So, my 2 cents, that's very true when it comes to female rappers. But Nicki has a reputation in Hollywood for being a mean girl. and she very petty, and she likes to get under people's skin and then get mad when somebody talk about her ass. I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan at all. When her and Remy was beefing, she was like, I heard a lot of stories like behind the scenes. She was trying to cancel Remy, like if she come in, I'm not coming. So which one y'all gonna pick? Type shit. And who you think they're gonna pick? Nicki Minaj. I say you canceling people checks. Like I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with her at all. And Cardi a real nigga, and she not with that shit. I think she called Nicki out on some fake shit that she did and behind the scenes, and Nicki went and changed her verse and didn't say shit, and that's what started that beef. Nicki is very fake, plastic. That's why she's a barb.
Thank you.
Plastic.
I believe
don't like her.
I learned from a movie called Gypsy Rose Lee. It was a young lady. She ended up having to become a burlesque dancer. That's what we call strippers, right? And in the back room, she was like, what am I going to do? And they was like, bitch, if you want to get it, you got to have a gimmick. Every rapper, male or female, has a gimmick. Everyone has a persona. Ross is a smooth, fat guy. You see what I'm saying? Plies, I'm a nasty boss freak. You see what I'm saying? Like everyone has a facade that they're portraying, right? And when it comes to women, there are many facades, like there's a whole bunch of facades as men. So we have Lauryn Hill, she's a conscious rapper. Then we have Missy Elliott, she's amazing. And you have someone like Nicki Minaj.
You said Missy is a what?
Amazing.
Oh.
Amazing, right? You see what I'm saying? You had Left Eye. You have Remy Ma. Now, I don't want to bring Remy Ma. Let me take Remy Ma back because I'm talking about the differences between them all. And then you have a Nicki Minaj and you have a Cardi B. I don't necessarily consider Cardi B like a rap artist like that. Nicki Minaj really has a collection. She really can rap. She is lyrically great. I'm not going to take anything away from her. But I know, and I can honestly say that Cardi B is a weaker rapper than Nicki Minaj. But as far as this song with Motorsport, at that time, Cardi B and Offset, that was their first part of a collaboration, I believe. But it was like a little bit of whispers and scuttlebutts that Nicki and Quavo was going to be dating. So I think that was like supposed to be a big power move up and on top of the men and the women. Like the women are coming together somehow before these guys. It didn't work out like that, right? But yeah, and as far as women working together in the street, it can be done because, like you said in the beginning, Michelle, Nicki is known to be a mean girl, right?
Yes, she is.
I'm saying she did not get along with what's that, Mariah Carey, and she got blasted out by Rihanna a long time ago. And she was like, "Girl, you do not get along, bitch. You know we don't like each other." You know what I mean? So, everyone isn't everyone's cup of tea. Whether if that show if that show MO that nobody really is your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? If you are snooty, if you are stuck up, a barb, a mean girl, all those things, you can't not be friends with nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Who is she really cool with in Hollywood though, like that? That part.
I don't know her business.
That part. That says a lot about her. Meg and Glorilla shows you that shit can be done.
And we see the collaboration, the love, and the camaraderie with female rappers, female
and if you follow that tour, she really got Glow confidence from here to here when it comes to performing. Like you really could tell that she little sis her in a good way.
Yeah, Glow is a pony.
Nicki is not on that hype. That's what I'm saying. It could be done easily. Doja Cat can get on the song with anybody, and that bitch is dope as fuck.
Yeah,
like. It can happen. It's depending on the type of, that says a lot about her character. She don't fuck with nobody. Nobody don't fuck with her. Everybody that has an experience with her is not a good experience. That says a lot about her as a person. And then your husband is a pedophile. Like, come on. Like, it's saying a lot about her. It's giving
girl over there, petty girl. All right. I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Bubble Chat. We want to thank you for kicking it with us and tapping into our combos, whether you are nodding along, side-eyeing us through your headphones, or ready to debate in the comments. We appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your group chat, your cousin, and that one friend who always got something to say. This is the show for them, okay? Now, we'll be back soon with more tea, more truth, and more of the stuff everybody's low-key thinking about, but nobody ain't really loud enough to say. So until next time, thank you. Take care of yourself, drink some water, and we pray the Lord when the timeline gets too loud. Peace out from the
Peace out, y'all.